Okay guys, here we go. I'm going to walk you through the next steps of what I did here, but not in too much nitty-gritty detail because this is a very long, tedious process that involves filling out forms, questionnaires, your order information. So in a nutshell, what I did was I went on to their website, downloaded the My Genius client application that runs on your desktop PC. And basically, what it does is takes this, by the way, they call this the My Genius tool. So it takes the flash that's off your computer and loads it from the My Genius tool, where it says download. It downloads it from the tool. So you're downloading the profile or the flash from your bike from here to your laptop or your computer, whatever it is. Then what you do is use their website to take that file and you submit it to them using the forms and everything. They take it, and in this case, it's very fast. Within a half an hour, they send it back to me. Then you take that file basically and import it into your laptop or a computer, and you upload it from the laptop to the My Genius tool. So basically, this is the process in a nutshell of what we did with the file. The file is now on the My Genius tool, and we're going to take that out to the bike. And our next step is to actually load it on the bike and to go for a ride. So we're out here with the bike. We got the handheld programmer, the My Genius, I think is what they call us. So anyways, we're out here at the flash tuner. We've got the file loaded into the unit, and I have it reconnected to the positive I was telling you about and reconnected to the diagnostic port of the Goldwing ECU network. So here we are, back. It just powers back up on the main menu here. So we choose work. And we're going to be writing it to the ECU. So we hit select. And that is, I recognize that as being the name of the file that they sent back to me. So we're looking good so far. Okay, and we've got our battery connected to battery tender, so we should be good on power throughout this process. Switch on. Wait for it to completely boot up though. Before pick right up communication. Identify ECU. It's looking good so far. Okay, very important. I want to take a minute to explain this because this is a very important step. When it says turn off the switch, and this pertains to you Goldwing guys as well, when it says turn off, don't flick it to off like you normally shut off the bike. It's very important that you go to the off position and hold it there until everything shuts off. They say if you don't do that, you could brick the controller. Which is not good. So we need to keep that in mind here. So we go and hold it in the off position until as soon as that windshield comes down, I know it's shut off. So there's a little bit of delay that keeps things on with this bike. But let's make sure everything's off. Takes a few seconds and hit OK. Switch now it wants it back on. It's going to do this a couple times here throughout this process. Starting communication. All right, it's getting ready to write, guys. This is cool. I'm sure BT Moto will be quite interested to see what their program is going into, Spyder. So this is a very slow process. So once this starts and we see things are going, I'm going to pause the camera for you guys so you're not watching this whole thing for 15 minutes bored out of your mind. So there's our first bar. So we're going to take a little break here, let this continue, and pick back up as soon as it comes to the next step. Thank you. So it just got done loading the tune. So it's asking us, I'm very cautious to disturb this and disconnect it. So switch to the off position on the dashboard. So that's our next step. And like I said, make sure you hold it all the way off until everything shuts down. Okay, I'll let that continue booting down. And it looks like it's continuing its next step. It looked like everything went through good. No errors or anything on this process. So far, this has been the smoothest part of this whole process, the most intuitive. So that was the last step. It says writing ECU completed. I'm just going to select OK. All right, it's back to the main menu. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to disconnect everything here. Disconnect the power first. And disconnect this from the diagnostic connector. There's a little catch in here. Not the easiest thing in the world. All right. Now I'm going to turn it back on. Be sure we don't have any check engine light or anything disastrous going on. Nope, check engine light. Went through its check and turned off, just like it should. And I'm just going to make sure the bike starts real quick. Sure does. All right. So everything looks like it took, and I'm pretty excited to take this thing out for a ride and see what the difference is. Come join me for a ride.
Alright guys, we just got done putting the tune in the bike. I'm going to take it for a ride here. Show you guys the difference between what it was like with the original setup, original tune, and now the improved BT Moto tune. Set up here. Oh. So to answer a couple of your questions, you guys had some really good questions out there. One of them was how much heavier the bike is now compared to what it was when it was stock like that. And it's kind of surprising. It was about 38 pounds heavier. Not a lot more weight of what it was before. And that kind of indicates a couple things. First off, all the brackets, the braces, the much heavier swing arm than the BRP setup for the shaft drive. You know, I would say it accounts for at least 15 of those 38 pound. So that only leaves about 25 pounds or so that the Honda engine would weigh more than the Rotax, which is kind of surprising to me. I thought it'd be, I don't know, 75 or 100 pounds heavier, right? But I don't think it's much more at all, and we kind of felt it when we were moving those engines around. It definitely didn't feel like it was really any heavier than the Rotax engine. That Rotax was really, really heavy, big and awkward too. But anyways, not much difference. So right now we are in tour mode. Let's see what the difference is here. Yeah, let's the RPMs get up a little more. Nice. Shifts really good still. But yeah, it's letting the RPMs right now. It'd be wanting to go in 7th gear right now, so it's holding it in 6th. That's really good. The other question that came up was the fuel economy. Is it worse? And the honest answer is I don't think it's any worse at all. We rode the 2 bikes together, this Frankie and the stock bike, and we filled them up at the same time. It was nearly identical on the fuel fill ups. So on the same rides together, riding around, I would say nearly identical fuel consumption between this and the other bike, the stock bike, which is really impressive. I thought it would go up some noticeable amount, but sure didn't. So far, it's a nice, smooth, easy cruise here. And the other question was the rear suspension, what I wound up doing there. And that is also an excellent question. Where the swing arm, original swing arm connects to the frame, that was left pretty much the same. It was trimmed off from there where it extends at that point, and I fabricated the new axle drive tube, and that also acts as the support the whole drive unit. So the rear drive unit is completely stock Honda Goldwing. That huge brake disc and caliper is Honda Goldwing. And the drive shaft had to be lengthened by about 8 inches because the pretty stubby. I'm going to get on here a little bit. High acceleration is a lot better. Steve, this is Tour. Yeah, a lot better. Sport. Car go by in front of us, behind us. Yeah, it really snaps to life in sport, I tell you. You really feel the difference. Power quite a bit. You get on it really gear. Mess around. Really good. Yeah, when you got extra weight, when you're more than stock Goldwing, whether you're a conventional trike or one of these or pulling a trailer or something, this tune will greatly benefit the response of this engine and transmission with the extra weight. I mean, since I started driving this thing, I felt like this engine was built for this bike, but now it really does. It's got plenty of power. No check engine light. Great. It's a lot of fun in sport, I tell you. A lot. So the one thing I notice is when you're just rolling on the throttle, it's not as jumpy and sensitive as it was before in sport. So they really tamed down the beginning of the throttle in sport. I noticed I could feel that right away. And they raised the shift points a little bit in tour and just more power all the way around. Noticeable. Got a nice Porsche style growl to it when you get on it. It's great. shut it down before I got to him. But yeah, if you're running a Trike, or I think even a Goldwing, you could really benefit this too, and this is great. I want to tell the guys at BT Moto put their tune win into and see their reaction. It'd be kind of funny. We don't do Can-Am Spyder. So anyways, my final thoughts are this really is a nice tune, big difference, well worth the money, and definitely something I'm going to put in the other bike. Yeah, Frankie too. He's definitely going to get this too. No question about it. And I heard that they cut a deal on this when you buy a second tune for a second bike, because you get to use the same programmer, the hardware. You get to reutilize that. You don't have to buy that over again. So I'm definitely going to do that. Well, this has been a really nice experience. I'm really happy with the way this turned out. Yeah, it was great taking this ride with you guys. I hope you enjoy it. Hope you pick something up from it, especially you Goldwing guys. But thank you very much, and I really appreciate you guys watching my videos. Thank you very much.